Hello, welcome back again. So in this video, we're going to look at two text animations. So let's get started. As usual, we create the text title and then also adding the solid color clip. So right here at the text title, let's type in our text. We can align them by using the alignment here. And let's create that. Now let's create our color clip. So first, let's bring in our color clip to the timeline. If you want to zoom in a little bit in, hold down the Control or Mac or Command and the middle mouse button wheel up and down so you can zoom in and out. Okay, so here is the solid color clip now, and we want to crop this solid color clip. So let's go to crop by padding. In the video effect, you can see it under the transform, distort, and perspective. Let's apply this. And here you can hold on to these handles, like this little handle here, this one here, and simply click and drag it like that so you can have a nice shape like this. So once we have that, now let's bring in our text. So here's our text. It's right in there. We can make it a little bit more smaller. Simply click and you can adjust the size, the length, and the width there. I'm making this big, but you can always do it small. Nice radius like this if you want to. Once we have that, now time for animation. So we want the solid color clip to come this way and the text to come in this way. So let's bring this to the beginning of the clip. And then we want to go to selecting the solid color clip and then go to the X position, or you can use the Y position, up to you. And you can simply hide the solid color clip like that and then do the same for the text. Apply the transform. Instead of crop by padding, we apply the transform. And then from the X position, let's hide the text. You can hide it from the top or from the bottom or to your right or left. Once we have that, now let's move in our play head somewhere here. And the first thing, we want the solid color clip to come in. So let's add the keyframe here. And then let's click and drag it to bring back our, and make sure to have this little X right in the lines here. So it's like kind of like center it. And once we have that, now let's move in 2 or 3 frames for the text, and then selecting the text, add the keyframe, and then bring it back until our text is inside the little solid color clip. Something like this. Okay. So here, from here, you can animate it like rotating it or just straight up and down. It's up to you. So for this example, this is the intro now. Okay, so the intro comes in. Again, you can select the keyframes here and change the keyframe interpolation from here, anything you want. For this, I will just leave it like that. And then we go to the outro. Again, we want the text to move out first and then the color clip. So selecting the text, add a keyframe, and then move in like that. And then add another keyframe. And instead of going like this, I just want the text to drop down. So in the Y, I just go in to the right position like this to drop the text down. Okay, and then from here, I select the solid color clip, add the keyframe, and move a little bit like this. Add another keyframe, and from the Y position of the crop by padding, I go the opposite way to move out like that. So summary, the text comes, the solid color clip comes in here, the text comes in here, and then the text drop down, and the solid color clip goes up like that. Okay, let's play that and check it out. So here they come, and here they go out. So you can adjust again to do until whatever speed you want to. So that's the first example. The second example is this. So let's get started. Again, bring in our solid color clip to the timeline. Also bring in our text on top of that. Now we want to apply the crop by padding to the solid color clip. So let's do that. And then we want to have that little nice perpendicular line. So let's just bring something like this, bring it up like that. And until we have something like this. And then bring this one in to crop it right like that. So we have this nice line like that. You can adjust it so you can fit in, but for this, it's leaving it like that. Once we have that, now it's time for animation. So first of all, we have crop by padding on this. We have the text here, so we're gonna apply another crop by padding. So using the crop by padding, apply that. And then we want to crop the text all the way to here. So it's like the intro. Okay, so from the X position, click and drag it to your right until you crop the text all the way out like this, something like that. Make sure to bring it back, sorry, yeah, something so we can bring these little lines to be in front here of the text. So once we have that, now let's do the same for the solid color clip. From the X position, let's just bring this one all the way there. So what we want to do now, we have to crop this out all the way down. So select the text again, make sure to align our little line somewhere here, and then select the text again and crop it all the way out like that. So first we want the perpendicular line to come out, and then we want the text to follow. So let's bring our playhead here, something like that, and then selecting our solid color clip, add a keyframe, and then you can change the interpolation if you want to. And then from the X position, let's go to the left until somewhere here. Later, we're going to adjust this once the text appeared. And then let's move in 1, 2, or 3 frame, and then select the text, add the keyframe. And from the X position, let's go the opposite way, that is towards your left. And you can see we have the text all the way here. Since our little line here is here, let's move it a little bit up here. So let's select the solid color clip, select the keyframe, and from the X position, let's move it like that. Okay. Or you can simply grab that and move it like that. Okay. So that's from the intro, something like that. And then from the outro, let's do the same. The text moving with the little line here. So let's select the text. The text will be first to go. So let's select the text. Okay, so let's select the text and add a keyframe, and then move 1 or 2 frame and select the solid clip, add a keyframe, and then select the text again, move the keyframe somewhere here, and then add another keyframe. And this time we're just going like that until we come somewhere here, and then do the same for the solid color clip and move it until something like that, and try to see if the text is really hidden. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so now we just have to fix some of the things here. So let's select the text from the keyframe and let's smoothen this out. Do the same for this other one as well. Smooth this one, and I think text on this other side as well. So let's do that. Okay, so that's what we have now. Let's play and check it out. Okay, so I'm making it a bit faster, but you can always adjust the keyframe. So what did we learn? We learned 2 basic text animation. One is just simply using the text and the solid color clip to ply in from both sides and going up and down. The next one is we use the crop by padding to crop out the text and creating our little text animation. Thank you again for watching, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do that. It's a big help for us to continue creating more videos. Thank you again for watching. Thank you to everyone who have subscribed, and see you back again in another video.